Hello, hello, and hello. Welcome back to PGR, where I'll continue with the story, which I am rapidly running out of time because the what's it event is gonna end in 3 days. So I've got 3 days to finish up the story before the next event. Oh, running time is running out. Alright, I'm gonna get straight back into it and start the story. Before I do that, how we all doing? And I, the greatest storyteller that ever lived, will be continuing this story of PGR. Oh, I just did this. Oh, yeah, up to here. Alright, confused myself there. Alright, now we can get back into track. Alright, let's continue this story. Hakama, behind you. Multiple hostile signals detected. Executing combat measures. Having brought down his final adversary with a resounding stomp, Spooner pivots around, only to behold a scattered landscape of machine parts, rendered lifeless. Each piece lies cleaved in the perfect halves, a testament to the surgical precision of Hakama's scythe. As the battle subsides, totally, said that wrong. Spooner approaches Hakama, gesture to signify the absence of any further hostile activity. With a resigned expression, he scratches his head, reflecting a blend of relief and fatigue. Boy, this Aventus dude, he's a real troublemaker. I mean, sure, guy can build all the fancy art museums he wants, but what's the deal with all these combat machines he's got? These machines lack the capacity for thought and learning. They can only carry out basic commands and moving accordingly. What's more, some of them are even designed to resemble corrupted and hetero creatures. Based on what I observe in this place, it appears that these machines are specifically designed to help recreate certain symbolic localities. Almost all of them show signs of human activities. Even this city right here, it's like he's got a real deep liking for humanity. You know what I mean? I've gathered some information about Sentis from Savior and Trailblazer. It turns out that during the Golden Age he served as a private assistant to a renowned human artist. They had a shared history over a decade, and it seems that the city holds a deep connection to that human. That human has such a strong impact on him? During the Golden Age, humans embark on an ambitious endeavor known as the Machine Consciousness Test Project, an experiment aimed at awakening a genuine soul within a machine. I was created as the administrative AI for this project, and it was during that same period that I had the fortuitous encounter with Nanami, our esteemed sage. Over time, and through a process of gradual progression, she reached the culmination of her awakening journey and emerged as the very first awakened mechnoid. You trying to say? Savantus too was among the subjects involved in the experiment. His entire existence along the artist was part of an undertaking aimed at observing the influence of art on the awakening of machine consciousness. However, the only experiment involving Sage was successful. That's correct, but Mother, Arcana, once told me this. For mechnoids, the awakening marks mere the beginning of their journey. Self-consciousness cannot be deduced solely through data analysis. It is rather akin to a new birth, accompanied by both anguish and bewilderment. As our self-consciousness awakes, the paradoxical nature of reality begins to reveal its fangs. we discover ourselves no longer inhabiting self-contained world governed by logical coherence alone. The weight of memories from the past can often burden our thoughts, as we struggle to find answers to the questions that linger with us. Following the awakening, a significant number of mechanoids even opted for the path of self-destruction. This occurrence served as one of the initial catalysts of the establishment of the Church, which sought to mitigate such incidents from happening. He's one of the first mechanoids who joined the Church. Has he also been dealing with the so-called psychological problems? In essence, it can be said that all mechanoids experience varying degrees of psychological challenges. This is precisely the focus of Hierophant's endeavors, isn't it? So, if his mental state hasn't improved, can we actually expect to convince him to come back to the Church even if we meet him face to face? Spooner's questions silenced Hakama, leaving her briefly at a loss for words. Hey, don't tell me that question never crossed your mind. Ever since he left, the position of Tower has remained empty because the Church collectively acknowledges that there's simply no one better suited for the role than Cervantes. If he can perceive the summoning of Sage, he should be able to grasp our intention as well. Regardless, he must make the uttermost effort first. With a faint smile adoring her face, Hakama is ready to leave the exhibition hall, in the company of Spooner, and continue their expedition to the depths of the museum. However, an abrupt change overtakes her countenance. Hakama swiftly interrupts Spooner's movement, activating the stealth module to muffle her footsteps. My senses have picked up activity from the living entities, and from the biological signals registered, it appears to be a group of constructs. Constructs? Could they be from Babylonia? Have they somehow gotten the scoop on the city too? Switch on your tracking, Spooner. Let's make our way toward their vicinity first. Nodding silently in agreement, Spooner also conceals his footsteps. Sword 4. That was the hacking on the main system coming along. Hey, Sword 9. Can you hold on your horses and give me a break? These encryption methods are completely new to me. If for anyone else, I bet they spent a good 3 days trying to find a loophole in the firewall. Both the teams of Cups and Wands have come up empty-handed on their missions, and the fledglings are already in motion. If we cannot locate the cargo that the boss is after, we're going to have to be in a world of trouble. Sword 7. Location of the fledglings. They've left the exhibition area D, and they're making their way toward area F. We must continue to narrow our search area, or we will inevitably cross paths with them. Ah, this art museum is becoming a real pain. Who would have thought that some mechanoids would cause us such a headache? The Pentacles are currently tackling the firewall in Area H. It won't be long before we gain full security access to this museum. If they haven't triggered the alarm right from the start, we could have even made more progress. I'll say it once more, this mission has to be a success. If the task force gets their hands on the subject before us, it will take much more than just finding a few scapegoats to get out of this mess. Sword 4. Don't forget to throw a wrench into work once we gain system access. It's best to put an end to the fledglings right here and now. But that squad still has... This is the latest order from the higher-ups. We need to ensure we erase all traces or leave no evidence behind. Losing a squad during a service mission is just part of the job, isn't it? Data filtering complete. Identity analysis concluded. Babylonia Special Contract Forces of Corono. Codename Swords. Looks like some rats managed to sneak into Cervantes' backyard garden. Fixing his gaze on the distant group of constructs, Spooner speaks in a hushed tone. Shall we do some cleaning for him? Spooner, watch over there. They've kidnapped 2 mechanoid residents from the city. Prompted by Hakama, Spooner shifts his gaze toward the corner where he spots 2 mechanoids being held hostage by Corono's constructs. Damn it. What did they do to them? Sword 7. Have those two weird machines have been behaving themselves? We should have played audio. Their systems crashed after we deployed the logic virus. Should I proceed with disposing of them? Let's leave them be for now. It seems that some of the higher-ups are suddenly mechanized to display unique behavioral patterns. Once the hacking is finished, we extract their memory shells and bring them back as experimental materials. Hakama, what's the plan now? Lock on the hostile signals and wait for my command. Let's diverse combat strategies while prioritizing the rescue of our own people. Calculating space model, signal location confirmed. This should be it. What are these constructs doing here? The priority now is to rescue our kin. We need to finish everything before they hack in. They are hacking into the museum's security system. This is in line with our information. Who are you? Warning! Do battle mechanoid sighted. Tisk. We can't dodge them. Better finish this fast. Phew. Is there something else we can use on them? If the response was summoned by them, you should be able to find some ID cards. Bunch of coronary agents. Product instructions capable of controlling matched ground attacking. Sword squad for tech support. Command received. Citation 13 advanced technician. Search complete. All available information has been retrieved. This ID should get us permission to access the platform. Whenever there's a corona agent, trouble is sure to arrive. Door unlocked. Control platform is also linked to power source off the hull. Maybe we could use this remote control, but I'm not so sure if it was to affect us. I'll leave it to you to come up with a plan, Hakama. From what we know, there is an entire squad inside trying to hack into the system. If we can confront them directly, they may summon more reinforcements. This control platform is also connected to the power source of the hull. We can use it to block corona signals. Perhaps we can control the cracking device remotely to unleash a pulse, but one of us must operate the device continuously. There's also a risk of failure. No problem. I'll stay here to use the remote while you wait for me in the hall. You need to face them alone if my hacking fails. Hack progress 98, 99. Success. I'll leave it to you. We've been set up. What's going on? High performance combat mode activated. Objective: eliminate all enemies before the signal shooting ends. There we go. The battle is over. Go and investigate the place to see if there's any more useful information. Go check out and follow McNoids. Casilla Old Side, huge city constructed in Golden Age, part of blank. Identity reconstructed is still unknown, confirmed to be a normal mechanoid. Intel sent back to HQ. Waiting for further instructions. Record destroyed. Experiment maze, evaded by unidentified object. Test subject was lost. Mechanoid virus. That's all I can find. How are the mechanoid spooner? The level of virus contamination is not too high. I've injected a cleansing program. This should be fine after a while. Alright, that was a short mission. General Staff Conference Room, Babylonia. Sorry. I'm late. Nikolai burst into her room with a messy stack of documents in hands, his appearance bearing the marks of a relentless onslaught of battle deployment. Wells, what's the situation of Iris Warbler's mission? As scheduled, they reached Constellar 2 days ago, and currently should be conducting investigations in the central area of the city. Have we received any progress, reports, or visual data from them? Unfortunately, the signal interference within the city remains significant, making it difficult for them to establish remote communication with us at the moment. However, the Commandant's mind beacon is within range of our near-Earth radar. Its signal remains strong and stable. Based on that, we can assume they are following the plan and making steady progress for now. Alright. We've just received reports from Grey Raven and Egret. Both squads have finished their recon missions earlier than expected. It is estimated that they will be ready for new battle deployment in 3 days. We can send them there as reinforcements if necessary. Commander Nikolai, you seem particularly invested in this mission. Despite being a recently formed squad, Iris Warbler includes a member whom you are familiar with. If this is simply an investigation mission, I simply see why it would be necessary to deploy 2 additional elite squads there. Heh. I think I can emphasize if Commander Nikolai is concerned, as we both have some special personal memories related to Constellar. Chairman Allen, what makes you say that? Allen, well, I guess there's nothing to hide about the old days anymore. Looks like you know a lot about it. Why don't you spill the beans and explain it to them? I wouldn't say I'm an expert or anything. I just happened to cross paths with MIKU a few times when I was younger. MIKU Vasari, designer of Castilla, was a former WGA member during the Golden Age. That's why you're adamant about assigning Alice's squad to investigate Castilla, right? Indeed. Well, Alice Warbler might not be the best choice if our sole focus is on efficiency. I still want someone from WGA to lead this mission. Please, see it as my way of showing respect for MIKU's legacy. Let's cut to the chase, Alan. I assume both you and Nikolai have more insights to share about Constellar than the rest of us. Alright. I'll make it short. That area may seem like a distant memory now, but several decades ago, human civilization was undeniably basking in the glory of its most extraordinary days. Energy protection was optimized, AI machines liberated humanity from labor, and the well-governed replaced nations. Our civilization achieved unprecedented progress, surpassing the Renaissance and the Industrial Revolution. We were even ready to turn our gaze to the stars. Just as the pyramids of ancient Egypt and the Parthenon of Athens and the Basilica of Saint Maria de Fall stand as enduring moments, it was only natural for the people of the Golden Age to design a symbol of their own, a testament to the magnificence of their era. Regarding the form, numerous theories emerged, and all converging toward a single answer. Constellar, a megalopolis jointly infested by the 4 largest economic entities worldwide: Coulon, Adelic, Arctic Route Union, and the Transatlantic Economic Community. However, it wasn't long before the outbreak of the punishing virus. So the 4 Transatlantic Economic Community. Interesting. I should commit that to memory in my future lore videos. However, it wasn't long before the outbreak of the punishing virus. The construction of Constellar was still its early confidential stage, leaving everyone unaware of its eventual location or how it would unfold. Many secrets and memories have been buried along with that era. The WGA is accurately aware of this more than anyone else. For most, Constellar is shrouded in ambiguity, evoking a sense of skepticism akin to the doubt cast upon the existence of the fabled lost island of Atlantis, as it recounted in Plato's dialogues. This encompasses nearly all the information obtaining through conventional means. Indeed. Even Babylonia's database holds only a scarce records about it. If we hadn't overcovered the city, there haven't been no way to confirm the accuracy of her data. That was just a result of deliberate manipulation. While it appeared that the four major economic entities were co-invested in the city, there was a phantom mastermind orchestrating it all. At this point, I think the answer should be abundantly clear to everyone. Corona. They are the mastermind behind the construction of Constilla. Talking about the moment and the glory, those are just a bunch of nonsense meant to play with people's heads. The true intent behind Constilla was to serve as an expensive barn for Corona, facilitating the transfer and absorption of underground capital. It was presented as a cutting-edge technology metropolis to lure substantial investments and financial activities. Their objective was to identify additional plutocrats and organizers for collaboration and lay the foundation for the base of negotiation table to fuel their ambitious Project Winter. I see. So the city itself was meant to serve as a smokescreen for Project Winter. With the onset of the punishing virus, the scheme would have been thwarted long ago. Exactly. They wiped out most of the data as if it had never happened. Until someone secretly took control of Constella's construction and intentionally unveiled its existence to us. You think Coron has a chance to get involved in this situation? I can't say for sure. But honestly, I don't think Corona has the muscle right now to deal with the Golden Age's aftermath. But knowing Corona, I can't quite imagine them sitting this one out. Chairman Elm, were you aware of all this information when you insisted on signing the mission to Iris Robber? General Wells, I have faith in that Ella and her squad. For Corona, Constilla might be nothing more than the means to fulfill their ambition, but from my point of view, it also embodies the will of the WGAA. Even though I'm not a believer in spiritualism, I still hold the belief that every lock can be opened with a unique key, and Iris Wobbler is the key this time. Wells, do you think this could also be an opportunity for us? You mean? I proposed the establishment of Iris Wobbler because I've held the belief that it could present us with a new opening. The Golden Age is a colossal sunken wreck, and the WGA has been committed to salvaging it. However, our intent isn't just to place it remains in the museum for mere admiration. We aim to restore it. We wanted to transform it into an arc that guides humanity towards the future. Anna is undoubtedly the least experienced and youngest among the four present, but involved with the military field. However, his voice exudes unwavering composure and faith. Since things aren't clear yet, whether we should send additional elite squads to Constella or is still up for debate. Although, at the very least, you should wait to see the surface report from Iris Wobbler. Commanded first. Before Hansen can finish his sentence, a crisp notification sound chimes in the conference room. Hasten and Nikolai both turn their gaze on the source of the sound. Wells. It's nothing. Just a notification from my private terminal, but I thought I had already set it to silent mode. Sorry, let me quickly take a look. Who would send a private email to him in this hour? After a few seconds of hesitation, Wells activates the virtual screen of his terminal. Unknown sender and address evidently someone sent this email by hacking to his private channel. As the head of the general staff, Wells holds the same security clearance as Hasten and Nikolai. His devices should have the highest level of protection. The sender must be a skilled hacker capable of breaching the highest level of military secret protocol, and it's highly likely to be someone from Babylonia. After a brief pressure of the email, a stern expression crosses Wells' face. What's wrong, Wells? Wells doesn't provide an immediate response. Instead, he closes his eyes and with his left hand touches something inside his chest pocket, attempting to regain his composure. He then casts a glance at Alan, pondering the need to request him to leave. However, he ultimately returns his attention to Hasten and Nikolai, certainly having concluded that it's important for the chairman of the WGEA to be informed about the situation. President Hazen, Commander Nikolai, allow me to forward the email I've just received to both of you. While I can't vouch for the information's authenticity, I believe it's imperative for you to review it as well. Also regarding Iris Wobbler's mission, we should have one more discussion. not long ago. In a corridor near the engineering forces base, a disheveled man in a flamboyant Hawaiian shirt and flip-flops saunters carelessly. Unfazed by the curious glances from the engineering force crew, who occasionally peers into the plant as though searching for someone. That is until a construct walking in his direction comes to a halt upon recognizing him. Aloha, Karina. Have you been? He greets the engineering force captain with an eccentric grin as if they were close acquaintances. You're Norman. I remember your Teddy's. Oh, you remember me. Fantastic. Did my dear sister mention her big brother to the engineering force? If you mean that good-for-nothing, sloppy, annoying idiot with horrific fashion taste she mentioned, then yeah, she did. Christina's still the same with her sharp tongue. Seems like she's been in a good mood lately, which saves me some time to worry about her. So, what's the young master of the Norman Mining Corps doing in these parts? Well, there's some collaboration between the Corps and the engineering force, so the old geezers send their errand boy to check things out. I see. I thought you came for Teddy. Alright, feel free to have a look around. We've been busy fixing up some stuff in Babylonia. It's all pretty much shipshape now, but I can't say for sure what's next. I heard something big's popped up on the surface, so we might have to send some folks over there. You mean that place called Constella? Rumors are sure flying around. A city from the Golden Age. With a bit of reconstruction, can make for a decent base, I reckon. Is that good news for you engineering force folks? There's still up in the air. Some colossal monster might just drop in and out. At this point, it's almost routine. Guess the only man upstairs knows what's coming next. I still got stuff on my plate. Gotta run first. Having had a fill of chit-chat with Norman, Karina quickly ends the conversation and prepares to walk past him. Oh, by the way, Teddy should be in the production workshop of the third development department right about now. Just giving you a heads up in case you want to pay her a visit. Having said that, Karina rushes back to the plant. But I doubt she's thrilled to see me though. With a bit of a bitter smile, Norman heads the opposite direction. He arrives at the conference room near the engineering force, greeted by the in-use sign on the door. Whistling, he pushes the door open and flashes a bright smile at the man and the woman inside. Norman? Well, 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 looks he's here. Mr. Norman. Last time we bumped into each other was the lunar base, huh? Oops, my bad. I didn't realize someone was in here. I just needed a spot for a quick breather. Heh. The military's got a few things in the works with the engineering force, so Rebecca and I dropped in to see how it's going. Man, what a bunch of trivial errands, and the boredom is killing me. Hey, Mr. Norman, how about we grab a cup of tea and catch up a bit? I don't see any reason to turn down your friendly offer, Mr. Collins. Rebecca signs at the loss of words as she listens to two men's pretentious conversation. Collins, cut the act. Is Norman the guest you mentioned earlier? Heh. Wait, why the long face, Rebecca? Every visitor is a guest here. It's fate that brought Mr. Norman to us. Let me remind you up front, the bogus CCTV footage in the meeting record will only buy you roughly half an hour, so better not squander all that precious time on pointless chit-chat. Well, if the lovely ladies say so, Mr. Norman, it seems our little get-together will be a lengthy one this time around. Sure, I was planning to pay my sister a visit before the engineering force wraps up for the day anyway. Oh. Are you talking about Miss Christina Norman? She's truly lucky to have a caring brother like you. It's a shame she doesn't see all the effort and sacrifices you've made to give her some freedom from the family's control. Collins, I don't want to hear anything about Christina here. Upon Colin's delving into his personal life, Norman's expression quickly shifts, his framed smile vanishing. I've brought what you want. Norman retrieves a small electronic terminal from his pocket and slides it across the table toward Collins with a deft motion. What is this? Even though it's not my usual business, thing has piqued my interest since a while ago. If you're really keen on knowing, consider one of the perks of Project Winter's fruit basket. Project Winter isn't just experiments about ascendants. That's just what outsiders think. Project Winter's the core of Corona. Even I can't get a full view of it. Mind Fusion and Detachable Module Technology Experiment ID W-014. I can't say exactly how long it's been going on, but 5 years at the least. Mind Fusion? Sounds like something cooked up by a mad scientist, right? I don't have all the details, but the word is they're aiming to create a biological weapon that can form a unique connection with constructs. So this biological weapon is meant to beef up a construct's defense against the Punishy virus, but the Science Council's already turned out those new frames that are totally immune to the virus. Must have been a real struggle for folks working on the project, I imagine. This tech might be a little outdated in terms of functionality, but it's a treasure trove of knowledge because it's all about mind research. Humanity's way behind when it comes to understanding the mind compared to the Invar device. Figuring out the mind secrets has been a tough nut for Babylonia to crack. Invar device mind. Just how obsessed Corona is with all these... Corona's made up of a bunch of crazy folks. No, I mean, there are idealists. They mean to push the limits of human knowledge. They're always brimming with ideas and ready to make them happy. Heck, even this absurd project managed to attract funding, and that says a lot about the organization. So, does that mean that Norman Mining Corps has ties to Corona in other ways just beyond the lunar base? Just a few here and there. You can never guess who these wealthy bored folks get in bed with, The Corps sponsored a service laboratory based on Corona. I don't have access to much data, but just as a token of goodwill, I think it should suffice. Norman, so your partnership with List went sour? How should I put this? He basically crossed lines he shouldn't have. Plus, that lunar base situation turned into a real mess. So, List's pretty much useless to me now. That's why I'm here, bringing my bargaining chip to scout for my new partner. Mr. Collins strikes me as reliable, a sophisticated gentleman. Mr. Norman, looks like you are quite terrible at reading the situation. Honestly, I don't have many cards left to play after losing Luna. Otherwise, I would never have let the Science Council to snatch that Invar device project from me. We've chosen quite a lousy partner and a really lousy time. That's exactly why I picked you, Collins. Oh? Only a mad dog with nothing to lose bites without restraint. Only someone who's been through hell will stop at nothing to claim what's theirs. We're both reckless gamblers. Would you like to spice things up and go all in before losing everything? I have to admit, you're quite a sense for this. A hunch about you seems my instincts are right on the money. Leonardo Norman, we cut from the same cloth, you and I. Since the gas has been poured and you brought me the torch, only a fool wouldn't know what to do next. So what's your plan? I've actually got some insider info on that experiment sponsored by the Norman Mining Corps. During the Heterotail incident, one of those ascendants slipped in when everything went haywire at the lab. Well, as you can guess, everyone inside got wiped out, researchers and all. All killed by an ascendant? So the experiment failed? On the contrary, it was a real winner. And here's the kicker. The test subject managed to bust out of place during the Ascendant's attack, so now Corona's got to round up a crew to track down this runaway subject. Thanks to that, I managed to scoot up some juicy info. And you won't believe how small this world is. That test subject turned out to be the old acquaintance of mine from way back. Never thought you'd become like this, though. An old acquaintance of yours? Let's not dive into the nitty-gritty of those heart-wrenching old days right now. What matters is that Kurono's on the hunt for that runaway test subject, and I just so happen to know where he is. Are you thinking of nabbing that test subject before Kurono does? I doubt a revived gentleman like Mr. Collins would willingly become their cat's paw. My dear Mr. Norman, even though we haven't known each other for long, it feels like we've already become kindred spirits. That test subject is like a firework, ready to explode at any moment, and we're gonna make it shine as brightly and spectacularly as possible. We can't keep all that dazzling view to ourselves, can we? At least everyone in Balmona should get a piece of it. If the military catches wind of this test subject, the Parliament will be all over Corona, and even the Norman Mine Corps won't be able to dodge that bullet. That's right. Only those crazy Corona folks are ruthless enough to run such a twisted experiment on a living being. Once their dirty secrets out, you can bet the Parliament will serve them up a dose of justice. And that's exactly what we want to see. Gardening is all about trimming the excess branches to help the plant thrive. After all these years of working with Nicky Boy and Hanson, I know better than how sharp these two scissors can get. How do you plan on spreading this information? Don't worry, there are plenty of gossip mongers out there. I happen to know a reliable one. Once everything's set, let's see how our friendly rivals react when waiting for the fireworks to bloom. Purifying Force Training Room, Babylonia. After the daily routine, there's only one construct left in the empty training room, tirelessly practicing his sword sings. Sorry, DJ, I was just in the middle of dialogue. I was planning to say hello to you after I finished talking. How are you doing, DJ? Oh yes, on Wednesday, are you up for some more Crusader Kings 3? Because I know Catbox want to continue the game, and it looks like D&D is not coming back anytime soon. All good. We've got countries to make. Insarius, so they actually gave Insarius a look, even though didn't have one before. Interesting. So he does have a very completely design from the other characters in the game. Insarius, you're still here? Bianca enters the spots Insarius, who hasn't returned to his dormitory yet, as she's eyes clearly familiar with the site. Oh, you're updating. I mean, there's 3 days to the next event. And this event's actually pretty big. Cause I must get stronger. You have become more and more obsessed since the Red Tide incident. Forget about what I said. I think I understand why you're feeling this way. Something you need from me, Captain? There's a mission for you in Sirius. The command center assigned a top classified mission to the Purifying Force, specifically naming you as the Executor. What's it about? I'm in the dark about that as well. I'll simply follow the procedure and relay the information to you. The specifics above my clearance level. Well, we get the new alpha. There's new weapons, new mission, and a new story. So yes, this next one is gonna be alpha. For a second frame. And she is mostly human, which you like. I see. That type of mission, huh? Last minute mission assigned to a specific member of the Purifying Force. And even the Purifying Force captain has no access to this. This is typically a measure taken with certain military higher-ups to accomplish something unconventional outside the bounds of formal procedures. Even the non-cyborgs. Well, technically they're all cyborgs. Well, human consciousness within a shell, mechanical shell. Why pull Cyberpunk and get the dude knife? Well, I mean, do you like the look of Bianca here? That frame of hers is mostly synthetic. Bianca has always wanted to eliminate these off-the-books orders, which could be seen as breaches of protocol. However, this tradition persists due to the complexities within military ranks. Yes, everybody's skills are pretty cool. You know, you have the right to turn it down in Cyrus. That's fine. I'll take it. After a moment of silence, the young construct rejects Bianca's advice. Mission is a mission, regardless of whom it comes from. And what's it for? Since they assigned me the mission, the target must be pretty tough to deal with. With a composed demeanor, he finishes cleaning the weapon in his hand and then carefully sheathes it. It leaves me no reason to run away. Interesting. It splits into 3 ways. Results de fantastique. Most Saint Victoria. Or Mont Saint Victoria. Mystery objectives. So, interesting. A lot of factions are at play here. You have the Church of the Machina that wants to retrieve the administrator of the city. There's Corono who wants to unlock the secrets from the past. Then there is the world government who wants to make sure everything runs smoothly. Play capture waifu with daggers. Oh dear. And the other people who are in play is Collins, who is thinking of organizing a comeback in Corono. Oh boy. What's going on? In like Dragon Infinite Wealth. Oh. What, do you have like about 20 girls or something? Still looking for Kason. You'll get there one day, you will find the VTuber. the nerdy girl. This is Concealer Theatre. Next play is... This is a good background for photos. Oh, we can take pictures. I knew my taste was good. Perhaps I should investigate over there. Yes, this is Ayla's second frame. Like her first braid, she does have you know, massive assets. Ah, rare cards. They seem to have more black borders around themselves. Why? You're thinking too much. It's probably just to tell you that you can't go this way. Let's check out the other side first. Wow. Not really all. Pulao or Sophia or Babinata. No, don't. Say that word again, but with W-O at the end. How are you doing, Yay? It's been a while since I've seen you around, Yay. How are you doing? I only slept for like 5 hours. Oh no. Are you gonna go back to sleep? Assists? Ah, that's a shame. Well, I'd like to say to you, good luck with work, and hopefully you don't feel like death too much at work. But at least after you finish work, you can go home and sleep in your bed if you can. I mean, I bet the DJ always likes the massive lumps on the back. Yes. Say, define what assists means to the class, DJ. The teacher, your senpai, is who wants to know. To me, to the direct. Oh dear. Oh no. What's this say? So, oh, hang on. Need to blow my nose. DJ. That's incredibly sus. Yeah, that's a very wise thing to do. That's a very wise thing. Oh dear. We don't need to be fantasizing about playing goods in chat. Something along the lines of no entry, probably. Where shall we go next? My goods? Well... You know where my goods are, DJ. Mm-hmm. Do you really want to see your senpai's goods, huh? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh dear. Kulong, original commercial organization in the Golden Age. In the coastal cities of East Asia's well-developed trade and shipbuilding businesses, and the Korean-class armed dreadnought Naita is one of the biggest of the four economic entities in the world. This screen has take us to the Kulong. Definitely explore here. Arctic Route Union, economic union formed by the trading ports around the Arctic Circle, one of the biggest four economic entities in the Golden Age. The screen also takes us to the Arctic Route Hall. Nothing to explore here. Theatre Hall. Seems just like an ordinary theatre. Command it. You should never let your guard down. Wait. Oh. Alright. To the theatre hall we shall go. After a night's rest, Ayla and her squad resume their exploration. Also, it's been one day. As they continue down the corridor, a magnificent building looms ahead. Looks like a theatre. The electronics sign over there reads, "This is Constellar Theatre. Next play is..." Garbled text. Seems that its owner doesn't want to give us a preview of what will happen next. Sometimes a little surprise can be quite pleasant, don't you agree? After strolling through the ornate corridor, adorned with depictions of storms, sailors, angels, and demons carved on the walls, they are greeted by the magnificent sight of a circular theatre. In the center of the stage, a peculiar noise stands in silence. Your message broke. How did your message broke? Did it break? No. What did you do, DJ? What did you do? Oh, okay. That's a shame. Shada. Hamlet? Switch had fun warning coming up. Switch. I need more context. How? Ella rushes onto the stage and starts to carefully inspect the Magnoid. Hamlet. What is that? Hamlet is the name of the WGA's holographic AI theatre play machine. It's equipped with the latest theatre performance technology, capable of delivering a fully immersive experience. However, it wasn't seen widespread commercial use during its high cost and technology relatively immaturity. Oh no. Another warning. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Surely that's not cursed at all. They only exist when one should be kept in the Science Council. And this one? No, this isn't Hamlet. It's another virtual stage device that looks very similar. After expecting to make noise, Ella waves to the others, indicating that there's no danger present. What in the world do they want from us? I couldn't care less about watching a play here. A frown creeps onto Trojan's face as she checks the area behind the curtain. Both the back door and the side door are locked, as well as the corridor outside. There's no way out. Bam. With a heavy, dull sound, the front door through which they had entered also slammed shut. Now it leaves you no choice. From the box behind the midpoint, Ella retrieves a pre-prepared connection device that clearly meant for their arrival. It's probably a play that we need to watch. Looks like only one of us can connect with it. I'll give it a try. Zinka volunteers, but Lena pulls her raised head down. I told you, a commandant should not recklessly. I'll do it. Ella's calm voice chimes in. I've taken part in the calibration operation of Hamlet many times. I've plenty of special memories about this type of virtual stage. Moreover, she shows everyone a setup instruction manual for the virtual stage that she just found. I'm very familiar with this upcoming play. 30 minutes. That's quite a long download, DJ. I'm very familiar with this upcoming play. A wistful look appears on Ayla's face, her eyes sparkling with nostalgia. It's a story about a night. Oh, it's one of Selena's stories. Was it one of Ayla's stories? I don't remember. When the actor becomes a character themselves. However, when the bell toll comes and it's not gonna let me speak at all. Alright, that's just gonna beat stuff up. It's funny just hearing her saying explosion with Japanese accent. Oh, so one left. And is dead. Oh. I'm meant to be a narrator. Let me read. Gosh darn it. Well, she is an ice construct. She pretty much ice skates across the ground. Wait a second. Did I just see the trees in the background moving? Fully indulged in a play, huh? Right, I'm up for the challenge. Now I need to eliminate these monsters. Let's go. Oh no, she's speaking a language I understand. Cheeky buggers? Jeez, these trees pack a lot of damage. Jeez, they're not allowing me dodge. There we go. Let's go back to normal now. Hello? Are you alright? Not responding. I guess I need to help my comrade in the next story. That light bomb was right at. Well, you're having a very close inspection, huh? Lie not, cowards, vile beings, for a single night attacks you. Ye flourished more arms than the giant, ye had reckoned with me. Oh, brave knight, you wouldn't be alone forever. From now on, I shall be right by your side. Alright, let's go explode. Certain acid indeed. Oh no. As I thought, once the enemy is defeated, the background will return to normal. Thank you, my comrade. But I cannot stop yet, for more await me to bring them justice. Stealing your assets? How do you steal one's assets? Huh? How do you do it? Huh? Is he such a knight in your eyes? Challenging the absurd world alone, charging against the cruel reality. He's always been doing so. Clipping. Oh dear. Ach nee. Sun has arisen. I'm ready, my lord. By the end of the duel is already destined that I shall thank you, just like the knight who claimed to be Don Quixote. Before our swords clash, you can at least tell me if I am Don Quixote whom you said you vanquished. To that I answer you that I cannot be certain. Still, just as mentioned, the outcome of the duel has already been decided. Whether you are him or not, what's there to chase after the title of a loser? Bring it on. I see pain may be the only means to wake you up from this delusion. Let's go. Let's go smash. There we go. Oh, I forgot Ayla's an amplifier. Well, I've dodged at all possible time. You are victorious. I will not take your helmet off. Look me eye and tell me if I am Don Quixote, whom you said you vanquished. Do you wish to lift the helmet of truth? What truth do you see in your eyes? Would that be the final straw to end this tragedy? Ah, I guess you have to clip 10 seconds. Nothing can stop a knight from going his way, not even the wall of a castle. Let my armor and free complete, only one shall prevail. Need my help, my lord? A knight shall rely on his own strength. For a matter so trivial, should let your comrade clear the way for you. Need my help, my lord? Is that the power of a wizard? Alright. Let's have a watch, shall we? Oh, you're talking about that explosion. It inserted and exploded. Ah, it's a shame you couldn't. Well, yes, I know there's limits to clipping now. Has my bravery become so well known that they must kneel to greet me? Someone's here. That knight in full armor they must be kneeling to. Behold, his gleaming shield and sturdy armor. And shall bear my way to the contest. I've a feeling, perhaps, he shall be my challenge, ordained by fate. Illustrious knight, never sufficiently extolled Don Shoyato. I am the Knight of the White Moon. My heroic deeds transcend thy own. I come to the battle with thee to prove the might of thy arm. If thou dost vanquish me, my arms and horse thy spoils, and renown of my deeds transferred and added to thine. If thou fightest and I vanquish thee, I demand thou withdraw and betake thine to thine own village, and live there in peace and quiet and beneficial repose, the same being needful for the increase of thine substance and salvation thy soul. Alright, that's fine. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Alright, they're already dead. Light of the White Moon. Let's go. Whoop. You're not gonna catch me now. I'm gonna beat your butt up. There we go. There we go. Ouch. That was actually a pretty good hit there. Oh no, the dawn. As I expected, you have lost. You are vanquished, Sir Knight. May they dead unless you admit the conditions of our alliance. I saw it was an illusion. Such is the ending of the original story. He is lost to his enemy and the reality, no longer dressing himself as a knight, lived the rest of his life without putting his hand to armor and sword. But will you give him such an ending? Aye. Just been sneezing a lot. This place. The curtain on the stage has descended, and as she finds herself still walking in the endless darkness, shards of light spread from the edge of her vision. She reaches out her arm, trying to touch those drifting, glowing particles. Countless memory fragments flash across her mind. A labyrinth of memories that is a Tower of Babel built for the girl named Ayla. Seemingly realizing why she is here, Ayla takes one step forth and plummets into the bottomless lake. With a crisp snap, and a scene unfolds in front of her, as if an old movie projector starts playing a film. In the studio, illuminated only by a desk lamp, someone gently pushes the door open. Ayla, have you been working for 3 days straight? Chairman Allen, what happened? The members have been telling me that they've heard sorrowful cries and strange crashing noises coming from the studio. It frightened them, so I decided to give it a little investigation. Haha, is that so? Are you drawing manga? Yeah, I've been working on this the whole time. All the Golden Age manga works available in Babylon's library are piled up on the side of a desk. In the center, there's some sketches that haven't been colored yet. The trash can beside her feet is stuffed with crumpled balls of paper, but even more scattered around the door. It's great to see you exploring different interests, but how's your preparation for the exhibition 3 months from now coming along? Art exhibition? Did that slip your mind? The WGA is hosting a major art exhibition at Babylonia's Salon in 3 months, which takes about once every 2 years. You already signed up for it before your last archaeological mission. The association will allocate a special section with high exposure for new artists. Your previous works were highly praised within the community, so quite a few big names are eager anticipating your new creation this time. Big names. I see. Once I've dealt with the current task at hand, I'll do my best to prepare for the exhibition. Before that, there are things like she'd like to take care of. As time flies by, the day for another service mission quickly emerges. Ayla, you signed up again for the mission this time? Good to see you, Orpheus. Seems like those things from before aren't bothering you anymore, huh? Is there a smile on her face? Even the girl herself couldn't discern the shift in her mood. It was like a lifetime has passed as she waits for the transport craft to land. She lowers her head, gently clutching the item hidden in her arms. This is what she has spent months working on, an answer she is attempting to provide. She urgently wants to know if it's correct, or is it worth her continuing to pursue that wish. Even a tiny bit of acknowledgement would suffice. Once again, her imagination takes flight. Imagine that girl's eyes filling with surprise and joy. Imagine the comment she would make about this work. Even though she has remade herself countless times, her reality may disappoint her. That is, she's not walking on a path of predictable end, but a labyrinth where there may be no way out. Furthermore, the first turn one takes in the labyrinth often leads to a cold dead end. The settlement was attacked by a corrupted half a month ago, and many of the facilities were devastated. Reconstructing the site would be extremely challenging. What about those people living here? Didn't anything bad happen to them? We were lucky to have some members of Babylonia's task force stationed nearby, which bought us some time to conduct rescue operations. However, the sudden assault by the corrupted quarters off guard, and unfortunately we couldn't save everyone. I see. I'll look around nearby. She enters the ruins, greeted by a heartbreaking sight of what once was the boys' playground, now reduced to devastation. The small shelter where the girl had been living is nowhere to be found, leaving no mark behind. Despite spending all her spare time on the surface exploring the nearby conservation areas, she still couldn't find any trace of that girl named Millie. Perhaps she had been rescued, or maybe she had been relocated elsewhere. Maybe she had left with her father before the assault took place, moving to a new home. It seems that my promise to her will be fulfilled as quickly as I hoped. A myriad of changes could happen in an instant on the surface. She is well aware and has long been prepared for it. She shouldn't let it upset her. As long as the ending remains uncertain, she should keep her chin up and continue down her path. She is going to find that girl and fulfill her promise. This is her choice, her determination. Her journey has merely seen its beginning. Still... Ayla, you've been staring at the canvas for days. When are you gonna start drawing? There's only half a month left before the exhibition. You're gonna turn in something, anything will do. Many big shots will be at the exhibition. We can't screw this up. I know, that's why. She used to have inspirations striking her like lightning when she picked up a brush, but that feeling's too far away for her to grasp now. She can no longer find herself immersed in her creation before the canvas. Even the colours in her palette seem tainted. She's still brimming with ideas and thoughts, but a question's been haunting her, impeding her from placing her brush onto the blank canvas. Will this become a good piece? And the more she tries to present her best self, the stronger the urge to run away becomes. This is her second chance to make amends for the regret. She doesn't allow herself to fail. The efforts the association has put in, the expectations from her seniors, the admiration from her peers, the judgment of the viewers, and the standards she holds for herself. She must bear these as she presses forward, having realized that the world is far more vast than the little space she and her friend used to share. However, determination has been a shackle, stifling her ability to express herself. This is not going to work. Can't turn into pain like this. She locks herself inside the studio almost every day, but creation's never just a matter of time. Ella, if you keep this up, you're not gonna make it. I get that you want it to be perfect, but it ain't gonna be a cakewalk every time. There's no time for more trial and error. Do you save any of the stuff you worked on during these days? Seriously, not even one piece? How about your older pieces, anything that hasn't been published? Don't fret about whether they're finished or not. We can list some help to polish them up, as long as the piece itself is good enough to exhibit. Hold on a minute, didn't you complete a manga piece some time ago? That should work. Hurry, let's make 50 copies of it, and we can spit it as WGA's rising star experimenting with a new art form. There's always room to adjust the marketing strategy. But I didn't draw the manga for the exhibition. There's no way the viewers would enjoy it. Perhaps those big shots might appreciate a change of pace. You never know, it's a last-ditch effort. All we can do is take a gamble. She knows the manga is only trying to console her as he takes away the copies of the manga. She can already anticipate that what will happen. In simple terms, she screwed it up. Many don't understand why she chose to submit such a work. Even the few critics who always strive to be fair and objective have criticized her work, labeled it as a childish and naive story of no artistic value. As the creator, Anne is expected to attend the exhibition for greater exposure and to engage with viewers about her creative process. However, she didn't make a single appearance until the final day of the exhibition. I wonder what the chairman would have to say to me this time. Would I get expelled from the association? The rising star, the centre of all anticipation, is letting everyone down miserably, a blow that is surely casting a shadow over WGAA. She sits on the bench near the salon, discreetly watching people coming and going, torn between whether or not to make her appearance. And this is when the chant commandant comes in and say, "Sup." Turn that frown upside down. What are you doing here? You are? She turns around and finds a young person roughly her age or slightly older, asking with curiosity, like having noticed her sneaky behavior. The youth in the commandant uniform is a soldier who's recently joined the task force. This commander is currently on the break, visiting the WGA to look for a pen friend. After not finding the person in charge of reception, Jesus, must be the early days. This would be, yeah, pretty early on, before the International Space Station incident. Well, if it's this early, this means this is before Ayla became a construct. This commander is currently on break. Wait, this implied already she is a construct. Now I'm getting a bit confused with the timings. Ayla became a construct because her friend in after the International Space Station incident. That's when Selena got lost. And that happened a year before the main story started. After not finding the person in charge of the reception, the youth decides to pass the time by wandering around. Why do you think your work is not good enough? Once she starts talking to the person, words come pouring out. As she explains the whole situation about the art exhibition, the young commander poses that question to her. That manga doesn't convey any deep thoughts or carry any artistic value. The critics aren't going to acknowledge it. Doing such a work for this type of exhibition can only be considered an offense to art. You can adapt to public taste, but you did what you wanted. You may like plenty of things, but there definitely will be people who enjoy it. You like it too, right? I would be really happy if you could do that for me. You're right. I did fail everyone's expectation by not completing the task they gave me. And an artist should never abandon their creation. It's a sign of disrespect to both people who dislike it and those who appreciate it. In that manga, there are things they want to seek. That's probably why I didn't choose to sit back and give up that time. Thank you. Sorry, I've got to run. I hope you can find the person you're looking for. She waves goodbye to the commander and rushes towards the salon entrance. Though being a construct, she can still hear her heart pounding loudly in her chest. This is the last day of the exhibition, and the crowd is inside the salon, and it's considerably thinned. No one recognizes her as she pants her way into the salon. Though she casts a gaze toward her own section, she finds no one staying there, as well as 50 copies of a manga lying intact on the display table, seemingly completely untouched. A result just as she predicted. It's no longer her concern. Well, she picks up one copy, attempting to introduce it to the people remaining inside the salon. The girl sitting behind the display table draws her attention. The young girl resembles a little bunny that has wandered along into the stage forest, curling up in fear and waiting for someone to guide her back home. However, in that girl's hand is her manga, which starkly contrasts the ambience of the salon. The brown-haired girl flips through the pages again and again from the beginning to the end, as if the book possesses some kind of magic that draws her deep into this world. Excuse me? Alia gently taps the girl's shoulder but receives no immediate response. It takes a few seconds for the girl to register that someone is trying to get her attention. Flustered, she quickly sends up an apologetic look on her face. I'm sorry. Am I in your way? Did I break any rules or something? It's only now that Ayla knows that the Everest uniform the girl was wearing, but she appears much younger than the commandant Ayla met earlier. No, you didn't do anything wrong. I just wanted to ask you about this manga because you seem very attracted to it. You mean this? I guess I had to get pretty into it. A friend of mine told me that attending this kind of exhibition would be a nice change of pace, so she got me a ticket. I thought she was talking about some Golden Age weapon exhibition, but it turns out to be something I completely don't understand. The girl rubs her hand, looking a bit embarrassed. She doesn't seem like someone who'd frequent this kind of event. I didn't want to waste my friend's gift, so I found a quiet spot to hang out, and then I saw this. This is the first time I've ever learned about something called manga. It's quite different from the art I've heard from others, you know. I see. So, what do you think after reading it? Is this like an interview guest? Well, let me think. The girl appears to have mistaken Ayla for a staff member coming to inquire about the guest satisfaction. She presses the manga copy against her forehead, struggling to find the right words. I just feel so happy reading it. The author spends like 4 whole pages showing how heroes transform and kick the villain's butt in the end. First time I read it, I was totally blown away. And, well, I guess I'm kind of jealous. Those main characters, they never back down from the challenges they face. They always chase after their dreams. I find them so charming and likable. Somehow, they remind me of someone I really admire. I just think maybe I should become someone like that too. I mean, the story is also really interesting. Not too complicated or too basic. While she's getting carried away, the girl hastily returns talking about the manga, yet fails to hide the hint of dreariness in her voice. As I read it, I couldn't help but think, if only this could happen in real life. Ella has no idea about what the FOS freshman has been through or what kind of reality she's trying to escape by coming here. But she likes the manga. She enjoys this childish and naive story. The intent Ayla held during the creation of this manga resonates with her. Perhaps at this moment they have yet to recognize what they are truly seeking, even though Ayla understands that the fervor blazing in her heart may die out tomorrow. To make the story more intriguing, creators tend to add a lot of fictional content, but a story is just never just a story. Of course, it's the young Senka. Ayla walks closer to the girl and raises a hand and guides her gaze. She shows her many other creators, like herself in the salon, each standing proudly in front of their work, striving to convey their thoughts to the viewers. It is the creator's decision how a story unfolds, with the warrior defeating the malicious dragon, the prince marrying the princess, justice prevailing against evil, or the bard singing praise of the hero. These are all fictional plots, but the intentions hidden behind them are never fictional. Perhaps in real life, the warrior couldn't defeat the malicious dragon, or the princess didn't see a prince come to rescue her. Yet people can craft such tales because they never relinquish those dreams. Even if those dreams can't come true in real life? Right. No matter how hard to achieve, or how childish dream is, no matter the inevitable failures one will face on this path, and the non-existent results that await one, even then, I think these idiots who work hard toward these unrealistic goals shine the brightest of all. Heave ho. As the last day of the exhibition comes to an end, Ayla walks out of the salon while holding the remaining 49 copies of manga in her arms. As a construct, she can easily manage the weight, but the copies pile up, obstructing her vision, making it a bit cumbersome to walk. Lend a hand. Chad commanded he had to save the day. Ah, it's you. Thanks for the help. Anne reaches out, relieving her half of the weight. Ella recognizes the owner as none other than the commander she spoke to earlier. Did you find that person you were looking for? Nope. The people from the association couldn't recognize her pen name. So you don't know her real name. It's okay. I'm sure you'll find her eventually. Is this manga you created? Yep. I'm going to move them back to my studio. I'll create a better one next time and share it with more people, both in Babylonia and on Earth. Can I take one back with me? Sure thing. Do you want my autograph? Oh, I'll wait until you make your name. Come on. Where's your sense of humor? Is this how you talk to your friend? You're a commander of the taskers, right? I'll keep that in mind. I'll be keeping an eye on you. Can't wait to see what kind of story involves in your life. Thanks for the attention. By the way, I still don't know your name. My name is Wait. Actually, I'm not going to tell you right now. You'll find out once I become the biggest name in the WGA. When you come to me with this manga later, I'll give you my autograph if you ask nicely. Oh dear. The film comes to an end. This is what you want to see? She questions the darkness before her. A figure emerges from behind the curtain and approaches her. Why did Icarus fly toward the sun? Did you spend all this effort reading the memory of my mind through this device just to have a myth discussion with me? The Mechnoid pays no heed to Alice's teasing and continues to speak in a low voice. They had already crafted winds, capable of aiding their escape from the labyrinth. They had discovered how to defy gravity and realize humanity's ultimate dream. But why did he fly toward the sun, knowing it would lead him to his demise? Myths are narratives created by humans. They fear the sun, yet still hold an insatiable desire to conquer it. Hence the story of Icarus. He could have flown all the way to Sicily safe and steady, but he didn't choose to do that. Then why was it even possible for Icarus to conquer the sun? I don't know. The storyteller didn't say it, did they? But the storyteller must have already held an answer in their heart. Maybe, but the storyteller is dead, so that answer is nowhere to be found. No, you know the answer. You will know it. The traces you've left on your paths and the traces you've left on yours have revealed everything. I've been waiting at the end I've reached. I'll be waiting for you to give me that answer. A hidden stage. Oh, I see. 3 stages in one, interesting. The Mechnoid vanishes from her sight as the darkness gradually recedes. This time her consciousness is suddenly brought back to reality. Ayla opens her eyes, disconnects from the device's silence, and puts it away. Xinku had been focused on the terminal beside Ayla, quickly stands up as she knows Ayla's movement. Ayla, are you alright? While you were connected to the device, you couldn't hear us. We had no idea what was happening to you. I'm on a stage. Do you want to do a performance on the stage, DJ? Would you do the gritty on the stage? I'm fine. I just witnessed a piece of a brilliant theatre play. And recalled some memories that had long been tucked away in the depths of her mind. Glad to hear that. Phew. Standing against the wall, not far away, Lee knows he hears the noise and glances in their direction. Someone kept pacing around you, thinking you get stuck in the vice. Watching her made my head hurt. And someone got so antsy that she even started a countdown. You know, this device before you, this fake Hamlet, it would be blasted into pieces 5 minutes later if you hadn't come back to us. One that male dancer is True. Conquer. Conqueror is both the smartest and dumbest man that ever lived. He makes some really dumb decisions, but at other times he makes the smartest decisions ever. I just didn't want to waste all my time here. Ladies, I'm sorry for worrying you all. Ayla winks at Sinka, wearing a gentle smile. Thank you. The girl who once stood behind the display table with dewy eyes is now commanded fighting on the battlefield, seeking her own guiding light as she forges ahead. Even though they still experience moments of uncertainty, even though they just stumbled even though they have stumbled countless times, the fervor blazing in their hearts has never waned. But what about the figure concealed in the shadows? How long has he been searching? What losses and experiences have compelled him to place his faith in the visitors to this place? Has he been journeying all alone through countless questions and regrets? It's not like I did anything. I just suddenly feel very lucky when we could team up and fight together like this. With a beaming smile, Elle lifts her hand and tucks some hair behind her ears. Well, the curtain has fallen. The play has come to a successful conclusion, which means I've passed the trial, I guess. About the intention of the mastermind behind the curtain, I think I may have picked up some clues. So, what's the plan now? Have we been sitting around here for nearly an hour and nothing's changed so far? No. They turned her head to glance at the theatre's side door, almost as if in response to her gaze, the tightly closed doors opened with a clear beep. Well, once I get VR again, I actually can do that in VR chat, yay. If I get VR again, I can actually dance with a 3D model. Gal dances. Well, we can make a stream out of it, yay. DJ is a girl appreciator. He's a girl enjoyer. The guardian lights subliminally beneath their feet, creating a pathway that stretches from the stage toward the dark end of the corridor behind the door. Seems like they've even set up the sightseeing path for us this time. Let's go. Ayla picks up her gun lance, places it aside, and straightens her back. Whether we can find the answer we seek at the end or not, we must keep pressing on. The corridor leading to the next exhibition hall is darker than the ones they've traversed, and missed their footsteps on these sorts of light comes from the guiding pathway stretching forward. Yeah. I bet you want a very specific male dancing, huh? None in a certain style. As they venture deeper, vibrant greenery starts to infiltrate their sight, making them wonder if seeds had accidentally found their way into the cracks of the city and thrived in this great forest of concrete and steel. The luxuriant green leaves appear to be shrouded in a faint mist, and they can even hear a gentle rustling sound as the wind brushes against the foliage. Oh yeah, I know. I 100% know, yeah. I know your tastes. I know what you're like. Oh boy. Oh dear. Extreme. Alright, said that. I didn't expect to encounter such a view inside the museum. So the next hall is a botanical garden? Wow, there are quite a few species here. This is a garden croton. There's a palm tree over there. There is a bird's nest fern. Why does it seem a bit disorganized? There's a sage and hydrangea. Yeah, you seem to know all about that. Well, you know, botany is a common theme for painters, and I just happen to have done some research on plants. A friend of mine had a great passion for flowers, but she went to somewhere really far away. When I helped her return the books she borrowed, I found a whole collection of botanical instruction books among them. Unfortunately, the green farm is not something everyone has. Every plant she touched seemed to wither away. I tried to help her out with various solutions, but none of them really worked. Ella's gaze falls upon a small sprout nest on the corner, her lips curling up in nostalgia. If she were here to see this, I really shouldn't dwell on that right now. How should I put this? I guess my eyes are too accustomed to battlefields and lifeless sculptures seem just... I'm struggling to speak now. Seeing these just, Feeling a leaf brushing against her shoulder, Trojan reaches down and gives it a gentle rub. It's a bummer that these aren't real plants. They are fake ones made of biometric materials. As the next destination comes into view, Zinka raises her head to gaze into the distance. What waits them at the end of the path is neither a magnificent theatre or a glamorous exhibition hall, as you can discern the fake outlines of the swaying tree shadows and the artificial sunlight flickering in between. However, these are enough to trigger a vivid memory from her past. No, this is Pulia Forest Park. Oh no. The mere mention of the name brings about a profound silence among them all, burdened with the weight of its past. It marks the onset of the most significant crisis in human history within the depths of that decrepitly innocuous forest. A calamity erupted, nearly shattering the hopes of all humanity. Yeah, I almost fucking died there too. Alright. I didn't expect him to make it look so real with hologram and bionic materials alone. Okay, I only can look to one direction. Pulia Forest Park Hall. And then we have to fight against Mother. The Hive Mother. Pulia Forest Park. Is this what it looked like before it turned to a hetero creature hive? Electromagnetic signals seem to be emitting constantly over there. Let's investigate. Is this a plant seed? Why is it here? Electromagnetic signals. These light dots, are they fireflies? It's just the first time I've seen them, Zinka. Red fireflies usually live near clean water. Perhaps that's why the ground here looks like the surface of water. This tree seems like the core exhibit. It doesn't look like any species in the world. Is this some sort of embellishment? More electromagnetic signals at the corner near the entrance. Alright. A power outage? No. The other facilities are still running normally. Seems like this is just part of the designed content. I have a bad feeling about it. Nature is fair. It nurtures all forms of life equally, regardless of their origins and destinations. Originally, they were just imitating static plants. Is this how the punishing hedge creatures are hatched? Does Savanders know the whole story of the Pulia Forest Park incident? Why does he know so much in such recent times? The thing is upside down. It's millions of some flower or grass or both. Spread over the continent, they grew legs. Alright. Well, this is an easy victory. The direction of their evolution may not be necessarily right, but they have enough samples for references. Is it showing us the evolution of hetero creatures? From plants to animals. From the ground to the sky. And this is all caused because a fusion reactor went boom. But none of these seem to be the best solution. They found a new target, a target selected by nature, humans, or heterosapiens. As I thought, this is a demonstration how hetero creatures evolved, which means the next one will be... After imitation, it will attempt to surpass us. I hope this message can help whoever comes here later. Please follow me. Wait. I don't know, she can actually fly with that thing. I'm impressed that thing has enough thrust to keep her flying. Because she's thick as hell. Fear should not be the only thing that is remembered. I made a personal decision to leave courage and perseverance here. I hope that those who pass their way through will not have to die again. Courage. Please move to the left for courage to venture forward. Perseverance. Please move to the right for resistance to never give up. Sure, let's go perseverance. Let's go. The Battle of San Romano. Loading. Bullion Forest Park. Withdrawal. We did it. Why is he holding that gun so weirdly? Darish Dam has guarded last spark against the Crimson Current. These people with their names are on the list of casualties. That a port. Are we supposed to go through this in a first person's perspective? Sorry, Cook, I have to step in. I see, he wants us to experience this battle in their perspective. If all goes according to the real event history, does Ventus want us to die once? Is he pointing us the way? I didn't know your name, but thanks. Morris. I can't go back. Jaquad, Drazel. That withdrawal, why didn't we make it to the village? They're just staying behind, even though it seems it's possible to have escaped. What are you doing here? Go to your defensive position. We've been sent back to the moment before the withdrawal started. We need to know more about this time point. Over there. Get in your position. You got a spare weapon? Mine is snapped. Someone told me humans we go to heaven or hell after that. I wonder where will constructs go. Oh, Trojanina, I want to do what I can. I hope Grey Raven can get out alright. How long can I hold them for? 5 minutes? Hello, Trojan. Lena, I want to do what I can. Let's begin. Your objective is to cover those constructs as they evacuate. We need to stall the enemies as much as possible. It's easy to say that, but no matter what plan you can come up with, we can't change what has already happened. The majority of the enemies from the central purification filter. If the ruins nearby, we can set up a temporary defense point here. We can deploy our forces here and take advantage of the situation. We're almost out of ammunition. If we get overall forces here, it won't work. Come on, Lena. Miracles won't happen if you give up before you start. No, there's another way. The strength of the hedge creatures lies in their numbers. If we cut them off from the middle and send them people this way, Trojan is a great assault, so she can lead this team while Lena snipes from behind. If the frontline forces can work with us, the hedge creatures won't be able to focus on both ends. This should buy us some more time. Wait, maybe actually it will work? The rest of the battle is straightforward. Let's go, Iris Warbler. Let's explain to Captain Jacquard. I think we should send a team to flank the enemy from behind. Very bold idea, but it may work. I'll send someone to help you, so go for it. Nina, you ready? Be careful not to shoot me. You better be careful not to let any hedgehog creature through. Ella, I need you to defend this position. I'll stay with you too. Will this really work? There's this name may be already termed, but Iris Wobbler never gives up. Pulia Forest Park, withdraw. Frontline troops have engaged the enemies. Hold your ground, the main force has evacuated. We await your orders, Sinker. Decisions yours to make. Count on you to do better. So better do a good job. Attack now. Let's go. We've got a war to win. There we go. Core damage service time 3.5 years. Captain Diesel sacrificed himself in a daring act, buying the squad additional 70 seconds evacuation time. Move the engine from position 1 to 2. Where's the commando unit? No, these aren't hedgehog creatures, they're just a normal infected. Hedgehog creature speed have commanded team hides. Support team member Leonard decided to divert attention of the enemies by sacrificing himself to presence his death. Great job, Commando team. I'll focus on these headship breaches. Wow, I'm gonna die. I think I'm supposed to die. Can't even dodge. I can just fight. Fight to the bitter end. All Commando teams down. All stormtroopers members down. Enemy strand for 600 seconds and counting. Sequel damage, service time 1.5 years. Damn, he didn't serve long. Only position, I can still fight. What's to survive? Apollonia, do a copy. I'm the last survivor of my team. We stole the enemy for 1,246 seconds. We'll be able to find any further cover for the evacuation. Please launch Longinus Arsenal immediately. I repeat, launch the Longinus Arsenal immediately. Almost there. Just a little longer. We can go. Loading Pulliam Forest Park encounter. Pulliam Forest Park encounter. Courage V found the light tower that supports ones in the mist. We're going to cross this forest to protect the flank of another elite squad. Stay alert as you move forward. The peaceful scene is but an illusion. This is where the real challenge starts. This is the beginning. Pardon me. This is the beginning of the Battle of Pulliam Forest Park. Stinker, there's something that only you can do now. Only I can do? Alright, now there's the landscape first. It's the Battle Main HQ Seniors had an application to get for the front lines again. Here's a good spot for obsession. Leave the rest to you, Stinker. I hope you weren't bragging. I know. Activating holographic goggles. There aren't many things that can be used to cover here. That means the enemies won't come this way, right? No, headshot creatures only act on instinct, which means the battle will be likely to take place here. Maybe we can take advantage of the height difference. I know, distracted. Take the high ground, oh, that's a meme. That's one way to fight, but if we set up a feint attack to deal the enemy here... maybe we can establish even greater advantage. That's enough information. I'm creating a tactical mode now. To protect our flanks, we must split into two groups, but if that's the case, no need to worry too much, Zinka. Just pick the plan that you think is best. Leave the rest to us. I hate trouble. Okay, I got it. We need to secure both left and right flanks so we can help each other. Considering the right side will be facing a greater pressure, we should allocate our forces like this. Alternatively, we can set up an ambush the Central Highlands, but this is somehow passive. I like it when everyone stays together to overcome the obstacle. My bow will work better in this position. Ambush. Let's not ambush just to be safe. Check your equipment, get in position. Position I need to take is... Wait a sec, Ayla, something is right over there. No good. Constructs may not be able to exploit this position, but hedgehog creatures can easily break through here. How did we find out about this position, Tinker? Because I ran many simulations in the past, and some of them are quite similar to this one. Your nerdiest ends up helping us after all. Just as I thought, if enemies ever show up here, we will be caught in a dangerous passive situation. Wouldn't that be a big problem to us? There is a risk that we face enemies from 3 directions. We should gather our forces in a favorable position. Let's come to this. That's it. Yes, commanded. Well, I guess I was right to use the ambush. Please get in position, Ayla. Give it to us now. Morrison in position. Jacquard in position. Dressel ready. Enemy signal sighted ahead. They're approaching us. Targets have reached the kill zone. Copy. Let's go. Approaching enemy soon. Attack. Alright. Let's go. There we go. And explosion. Ouch. Let's give him a beat down. And they will survive against this. And goodbye. All enemies eliminated. Keep it up, Sinker. Yeah. The towering tree stretching toward the heavens is blazing tirelessly. Even for a recreated projection, it feels too realistic. The details are so incredibly convinced that it feels as though the person recreating them had witnessed the incident firsthand. The projection flawlessly simulates the most realistic visual image, but within the immersive environment, they can also smell the pungent odor emanating from the burning biometric skin, and see the billowing dust as it spreads from the explosive blast. Dark skies ablaze, painted bright red by the fierce flames. Below, a lifeless, scorched land stretches out, avoid any signs of vitality. Amidst the raging fire, the thick curtain of dust, the battle of the heroes becomes frozen in time, resembling a paused scene in a film. Among all the recreated scenes showcased in the previous exhibition halls, this one stands out as the most poignant and tragic of them all. Before their eyes, a radiant light shield illuminates its brilliance, captivating their gaze. With just a single step forward, they hold the power to breathe life back into the stagnant realm of time. As she gazes ahead, the past memory and the present view begin to merge, intertwine, overlapping in her eyes. She is overwhelmed by the scene unfolding before her. The remnants of her composed facade shatter into fragments, leaving her vulnerable and exposed. Back when she was still a student at FOS, she was sent to the battlefield as a support, filling the void of manpower on the front lines. Within the confines of the base, her knowledge of the front line was solely derived from the battle rewards transmitted through the terminal. Engaged in logistics work, she never had the opportunity to apply the military theories and commanding tactics she had digitally committed to memory. Location of the next edge. Wait, the craft are advancing at a slower pace than initially expected. We need to recalculate the coordinates. The level of corrupt activity we've detected falls significantly below our initial estimates, which Vanguard Squad is currently engaged in combat at the front line in Area B this time. Grey Raven. No wonder. Seems as this encirclement operation is poised for success. Get ready to welcome our heroes back. Underestimating our enemies is a surefire recipe for disaster. The battle is far from over. Stay vigilant and closely monitor the situations unfolding in other areas. Don't forget to double check our supplies, making sure not to confuse the different types of ammunition. Every squad possesses the powers of Grey Raven. I do not expect a kid who hasn't even set foot on the battlefield to forcefully execute every task. I wish I could. Why are you spacing out? Yes sir. Sorry sir, I got carried away. I was just wondering when I'll get the chance to go to the front line. Don't dwell on things beyond your capabilities. You should prioritize and focus on tasks at hand for now. Upon hearing the officer's words, Sika feels her cheeks burning in embarrassment. She lowers her head and clenching the assignment list tightly in her hand. What are you doing right now holds far greater significance than you may realize. We are ensuring the front line receives crucial battle supplies and gear, and carefully chosen based on the lessons we've gleaned from past battles. Hold your horses and maintain your patience. Remember, everything you learn here will eventually serve you as invaluable assistance once you step onto the actual battlefield. Roger that. I just want to actually achieve something. When the Battle of the Puglia Forest Park began, students lacking field experience were barred from participating. All she could do was stay up through the nights, tracking the progress on the terminal, while instructors set aside their teaching materials and rushed toward the command central. They're gone. Through the visual data transmitted from the front line, she experienced the harsh nature of war. For the very first time yet, there was nothing she could do. In the face of the adversity, she felt an inappropriate sense of envy welling up within her. She couldn't help but harbor deep envy toward heroes like Grey Ravens and Strikehawks, who constantly saved humanity and instilled hope in everyone. However, she can't shake off the feeling of shame that accompanied such thoughts. Unlike her, their heroic aura emanates from their unwavering conviction and commendable accomplishments. She possesses nothing more than the title of a hero's daughter, living amidst constant comparisons and unrelenting expectations. Despite her efforts, she finds herself unable to ward off the skeptical glances and doubting expressions directed her way. She yearns to be deserving for the title of chief, regardless of whether she truly deserves it or not. She inspires to live up to those expectations, which drives her to make desperate efforts, as if constantly pushed towards the person she admires. She can eventually become the hero of her dreams. However, when she truly examines herself, she sees nothing but an empty shell, adorned with an outwardly radiant glow. Everything I said just now, I didn't say it as chief of staff, but as one of your teachers from FOS, if you will. You will not figure out what you really want going down a path led by someone else. She's never certain about what she truly desires to become, merely pursuing a elusive fantasy without a clear direction. Though they've only known her for a few days, even her teammates can discern her recklessness and maturity hasn't to place their trust in her. She met Ayla again. The unwavering determination and conviction in her gaze remained intact, reminiscent of the time she had encouraged her years ago in front of the display table. The more she journeys through these reflections of her past, the clearer that ambiguous thought in her heart becomes, gradually taking shape and gaining definition. Undeniably, Ayla's VOD was a challenging squad to handle. Each member walks to the beat of their own drum. Trust is lacking among them, and the command proves to be an experienced and disheartening novice. However, perhaps this unconventional path is what suits her best. Even then, I think these idiots who work hard towards these unrealistic goals shine the brightest of all. Zinka's eyes settle upon Ayla, who stands at her side gripping her gunlance with determination, and the gaze of the magnificent blaze consuming the giant tree. The fiery spectacle reflected in her eyes. Up until this very moment, she still doesn't believe that her admiration for heroes is misplaced, but I just suddenly feel very lucky that we can team up and fight together like this. Her admiration for heroes remains a guiding light that illuminates her path forward, yet she ultimately propels her toward her true goal is... Illa, is it right? Illa's right. You're not Grey Raven. I made this mistake once. I'm not going to shackle myself again by blindly treading the footsteps of others. Ina? Yeah? I know you don't trust me yet for good reasons, and I acknowledge that. Given my current state, I don't deserve your trust. But I'm Iris Warbler Commandant, and you're my teammate. Whether you like it or not, we'll be in each other's company for quite some time. Someday, I will earn recognition from you, Trojan and Ayla. We'll live up to the title of the Iris Warbler Commandant. Mina gazes at Zinka, maintaining a momentary silence before turning her head away. Now that we've heard all the fancy talk, the least you could do is give us some solid orders and make sure we win this upcoming battle. She shifts the weapon in her hand, aligning it toward the battlefield that lies ahead. Of course. Ladies, ready to go? Zinka pivots toward the tree that couldn't expand and her gripping the gun tightly. Well, just when I was thinking I could finally slack off. Wearing a weary smile, Trojan spins around alongside them. Her two tonfas release wisps of steam, their internal engines on the brink of activation. Alright, this one's going to be a real challenge. Let's stick to the Commandant's orders and give it everything we've got. For those we experienced that day firsthand, this little trial doesn't even come close to that calamity. That's precisely why we must emerge victorious in this battle. Humanity has already moved past those sorrowful memories and forged ahead long ago. The same applies to us. We mustn't allow the shadows of our past to define our progress. Ella takes her stand for the forefront and proclaims resolute determination. Wandering above the sea of fog. Pull your forest bark ruins, end the catastrophe, light up the door. And we have to deal with the heterosapiens. Where are we? This is true, so in the center of the hall. Reconstruct the past through the data point. Reading memories. Let's go. Ouch. Alright. Did we really die just now? I had to go through it again. Still couldn't change it in the end. It's foolish to change what already happened. Well, I guess I don't get to say that, since I agreed to your plan in the first place. The mother's fragment should be already retrieved. It's Grey Raven after all. Just hold a little longer, maybe someone will come and rescue us. Are you also survivors of the evacuation battle? Our position is overrun by hetero creatures. We lost contact with the main force. We're still within the impact range of Longa's hostile. Let's get out of here first. What do you mean by Longa's hostile? No way. The strike came after all the forces were fully evacuated. Still so naive, huh? Don't forget they already lost contact with HQ. It wouldn't take much effort to log them out as killed in action. We detect a large number of hetero creatures nearby again. You're there. My infection level is already high. I'll bait them. Alright, Iris Warbler will protect you. Protect Joyce. Let's go. We've got a war to win. Get lost, you filthy monsters. pretty bad. Damn it, they just keep coming. They're really trying out new things in this story. Alright. Go away, you monsters. Oh no. Get going, Captain. Remaining time. Ooh, I'm getting beaten up. But I can heal, so it's not that bad. Let's go. Let's go. Let's beat them all up. We will win this fight. Let's go. Sorry, Crow Carter. I'm coming too. Core damage surface 5 years. It's actually a long time. Memory luring mission complete. Helped hands restart the longest arsenal. Gone are the hedgehog creatures, uncrafted emerging from all directions, relentlessly seeking prey as well the echoes of roars and wails from constructs filling the air. With one keen planet sit on the ground, Ayla fixes to gaze upon the colourless construct standing before her. In the fleeting moment before everything is consumed by the pale light emanating from the longest arsenal, she stretches out her hand in a desperate attempt to grasp the construct's hand. The world succumbs to the enveloping embrace of silence. The projection upon the construct fades, unveiling its true form, a colourless doll, forever frozen in a single moment, its arms outstretched towards the sky. Don't get too attached. These are just shadows of the past. No one here can be saved. I know. Ella whispers softly, her arm still reaching out to the gently grasp the motionless hand. Within the palm of the construct, she discovers a data chip. Another piece of memory data? She nods in agreement with Ayla, while Trojan, leaning against her weapon, raises her hand in a pleased gesture. Well, looks like it's my turn again, leave it all up to me. Ayla deftly inserts the chip into the data portal of her frame. Confirming Church of Machina time. Module damage recalibrating. Memory data status unarchived. Personality simulation status offline. Number of living signals detected within range 1. 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 23 seconds ago, the long disaster struck the plummeted into the forest, accompanied by a blinding white light that ripped through the night sky. At the heavy price of numerous lives, the Babylonian soldiers evacuated the deep crater resulting from the impact, ensuring the safe passage of the squad that had produced the heterohybrid sample of the forest. Location where the central purification filter once stood now lies in a pitch-black hole. As he navigates through the debris of shattered weapons and lifts the remnants of fallen structures, his every step sends ripples through the puddles of unknown liquid within the crater. Something abruptly halts his movement as he rises, causing him to lower his gaze. To his surprise, he discovers a hand grip in the edge of his clothing, protruding from the midst of the fallen soldiers and charred, fragmented wood. A strange roar escapes from his damaged audio module. The construct's head droops, ceasing all further sound. No more living signals detected within range 0. The desolate land no longer bears traces of life. A dog tag slips free from the construct's collar, catching his eye. Under the faint moonlight, he sees the code name inscribed on it. Joyce. As he traverses the massive chasm, he digitally documents the names of every fallen warrior and collects their memory data. Much of the data has survived imperishable damage, while the spent magazines and shattered blades have borne witness to the unwavering determination of the soldiers. They knew the battle's inevitable outcome, one without a chance of return, yet they fought to the very end, clinging to hope. In the forest edge of the colossal crater, untouched by the blast, he discovers a discarded backpack seemingly lost by someone in their frantic rush to escape. Scattered on the ground are the items that spilled out of the bag, mostly provisions, tools, and survival medical supplies. He recognized familiar traveling gear, reminiscent of the belongings he was seen on the lifeless bodies of numerous scavengers strewn across the roadside. This is... He picks up a square card lying next to the crumbled dried food and aged yellow card. The identification code on has become uncannibal, and he can only make out a faint image of the holder's picture and a symbol during the black of the card. Biotech Code Limited. Backpack bears a prominent, ominous smear of dark blood, suggesting the owner was viciously attacked at this very spot. Despite their injuries, they muster the strength to drag their wounded body out of the forest, leaving a trail of distress behind. Tracking the trail of blood amongst the rustling grass, he presses forward until his gaze lands upon a blood-soaked bag, compact enough to fit within his grasp. Though its edges show signs of wear and tear from countless use, it is evident that the object has once cradled with great care and meticulous attention. Confirmed items: plant seeds, Hydrangea macrophylla, only known as Hydrangea, are a prevalent potted ornament plant during the Golden Age. Database currently offline, unable to acquire detailed information. Search keyword botany. Memory module reading complete. Initially record playback. As per your directives, I have curated a collection of flowers and plants that boast of higher survivability and are well suited for indoor cultivation. The majority of these selections compromise enhanced cultivators that have yet to be made available through official channels by that organization. Oh, misread the sentence. That organization? Ah, the one that paid a visit during my absence. Indeed. Their intention is to establish a collaboration with you and undertake the responsibility of Constella's greening project. I'll think about it. Will this do? Mikhail rises to his feet, brushing the dirt off his hands, as he casts a fond gaze upon the humble field of flowers before him. An extreme smile graces his face. This is the expression underlying Mikhail's face when he is about to struck by a brilliant wave of inspiration. Yes? Every aspect concerning the frequency of watering, adjustment of light, environment, and fertilization methods have been recorded with these notes. Feel free to inquire me about the details anytime. Regarding the assortment of flowers, seeds, bulbs, and they all arranged from left to right as follows. Shh! Don't tell me the species yet. I'll find out as they gracefully bloom. Wouldn't it be fun to keep the excitement alive until the moment of their blossom? As you wish. Mikhail gently taps Carl on the shoulder, signaling for his assistant to join him in another lounge chair, positioned before the flowering field. The weather today is truly delightful, isn't it? You see, once the flowers have graced the entire terrace with their blooming presence, the windmill at the apex of Godzilla will commence its rotation. When the opportune moment arrives, the blossoms will be fitting celebration gift to commemorate the city's new birth. In the present era, seeds of ornament plants hold negligible utility in terms of human survival. Why do they still carry them so dearly? I have a question yet to be answered. He constructs the two human journals based on galactic traces, concluded their survival probability was nearly zero. Having pushed themselves to the limit, the escape from the central purification field to this location proved insurmountable. He initially intends to return the bag of flower seeds to the rightful place, but in the end he decides to tuck it away in his pocket alongside the ID card. Even though this action has deviated from his programmed behavioral pattern. Confirming church and machine of time. Initiating simulation number 237, conclusion suspension in progress. Perched upon the furthest spire of the church, he stands up tall, casting his gaze across the panoramic view of the worlds beneath him. Regardless of how many iterations the simulation undergoes, the outcome remains unaltered. One by one, the valiant constructs engage in the bloody battles of the front lines, which succumb to the punchy virus, transforming to mindless corrupted. Even the most resilient warriors would find themselves incapable of taking another step forward amidst the relentless onslaught of the plague. This world would descend into abyss, where only cycles of despair and tragedy persist. Yet amongst the gleaming clouds, he witnessed the radiant light of the breaking dawn. Pressing through, a maiden pure white soars across the sky, like a white bird unfurling its wings toward the flames. Bathed in her sacred radiance, the soldiers teetering on the edge of death all beckoned back. He witnesses the soldiers awaken from the clutches of the infection, charging fiercely towards their comrades. The light blue frost and bullets weave an impenetrable iron wall of defense around the maiden, while humanoid adversaries crumble in defeat, consumed by the fierce pale flames. He observes that few still injured humans, summoning all strength with the assistance of an exoskeleton to run at full speed. With unwavering determination, the human manages to catch the descending white bird, freeing her from the constraints that held her captive. Fully aware of the multitude of challenges awaiting them and the profound suffering they will endure in the days to come, they still choose to forge ahead. Once more, the outcome deviates from my simulation. How? How did you manage to do all this? Despite the experiences he has encountered throughout the journey, the lingering question remains unanswered, leaving him in a state of heightened confusion and uncertainty. The resolute posture of a young girl as she declared war against the eternal night was so radiant that it revoked memories of his teacher's countenance when spoke of the lighthouse. Is this what you were pursuing, teacher? All that response to his question is ceaseless sound of wind. Confirming charge of machine time. Target coordinates verified. Commencing facial matching. Identification confirmed. To his astonishment, the human who had been deemed unlikely to survive in the simulation has the vital odds and emerged victorious, setting on life anew within the reconstructed conservation area. While his initial purpose to observe the aftermath of disaster on humanity, he has encountered unexpected remarkable results. Even though it's a minor detail, the trajectory of reality once again diverges from his meticulous crafted simulation, which also means this is an opportunity for his lingering questions to be answered. I'll leave it to you. I've got this covered, making sure things go where they're supposed to. That's what I do. This is... Human tightly clutches his bag of flower seeds in his hands and sinking to his knees. Muffled cries emanate from beyond the walls, starting as faint and indescribable sobs, but escalating to unrestrained howls of anguish. Somehow he's able to discern that these tears are not born of despair, but rather they flow as a testament of redemption. However, this perplexes him even further. Why could a mere bag of flower seeds cause such a reaction? I've been asking around, but nobody has a clue how this bag of seeds ended up here. It's like it came out of nowhere, a total mystery. I mean, a real miracle. But seriously, you totally caught me off guard there. Out of the blue, you started grabbing people left and right, firing off questions like a maniac. I haven't seen you like that for ages. I never imagined there would come a day where I have it back in my hands. It's something that means a lot to me. Within the bag of seeds, still firmly clutched in his hand, the man's tears have ceased, and he watches as his companion limps over, sitting down beside him. Oh no. After all these years, you still believe that your daughter is alive? I will not give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope. Alright, I'm in. I'll stick by your side and see it through with you. Oh, by the way, those folks agreed to give you a little plot when you can plant these seeds. Getting them on board was a breeze after a quick negotiation. Gotta say, they're all pretty cool to chat with. Hey, if you could lend me a hand and grab a shovel later? My hands have been acting up lately. Gotta be honest, man. I just don't get you. My it's racking their brains on how to score more supplies, while your focus on is growing flowers. But he shakes his head, flipping a page in the book he holds in his hand. I don't know what lies in the future, but here's one thing I know. Once you plant seeds in the soil, they'll definitely sprout. If she's out there alive and kicking, she'll know I haven't given up on finding her when she sees the flowers I've planted. Right, that's how you roll, Codes. You have this way of shifting perspectives. Ever managing to get me all fired up? I wanted to ask you, what's that you're holding? Manga, man. Remember how we used to have a ton of these? After all these decades of it finishing to thin air, I stumbled one right here in this conservation area. Can you believe it? I think a construct from Babylonia brought it here. Crazy thing is, it's not even a hot item in the market. So all it took was a little leftover soup to snag it. Seriously, the story is pretty interesting. I think Sank will be into this. I remember he's even got an anime in his desk collection. Two of them share a glance, clutching a glimpse of familiar nostalgia in each other's bittersweet smiles. If in the future humans do reclaim the Earth, these things will probably regain popularity again. But at that time, I have the chance to open a flower shop with my daughter. Hope that day will come. Oh hey, just so you know, you have some manga reading, there's a pretty fresh one stuck in the crack of the wall over there. Manga. Gazes at the tiny booklet in his hand that delicately reaches out to wipe off the dust from the covering page. Scanning golden age population information, category manga. No result found. Contrary to expectations, this is a manga published during the golden age, but more recent work that has been freshly printed. Much to his surprise, there are still individuals out there who persist in creating works that would miss a meaningless in this era. He opens the title page, greeted by a captivating array of bright colors and imaginative words. Every brushwork carries a vibrant figure and intense passion, as if it yearns to escape the boundaries of the page and paint the bleak, desolate city of ruins in a kaleidoscope of hues. The title page also unveils the manga's origin, shedding light on its source. World Government Association of Art, Babylonia. The Realist. Ooh, that was actually longer than that one. Jeez. Oh, well, at least we're halfway now. Have to go through this chapter. We'll be pretty much near finishing. I imagine I'll be finishing the rest of the story tomorrow. Pardon me. Well then, I'm going to be ending the stream tonight, and I'll be certainly trying to finish off the rest of the story before the next event starts. Anyway, I'll see you all again in the future, and take care. And best of luck to you all. Do I have enough viewers to raid, actually? Yes, I do. Alright. Let's see. Who doesn't have many people watching them? So we can do a bit of a raid. Alright, there's a couple of 1 views. The Korean. Oh, hey there, DJ. And then I'm getting off. Actually, it would be funny if I can read a Korean. That would be funny. Since I only speak English. But it would be a funny surprise. Alright, I'm gonna raid out now. No, you're not online. Anyway, we'll be raiding out now. See you all next time.